Alright, what's going on, guys? Today, I wanted to talk about Nitara and what I consider to be her best cameo, Shujinko, the old man. Alright,
Shujinko.
so what makes Shujinko the best cameo for Nitara? Well, for one, Nitara has 900 HP.
Chameleon.
Shujinko gives you an extra 100 HP.
The
Now, that
hourglass.
puts you at 1,000, which is great because that's where everyone else is, right? But that's not the only thing he does. Another thing that Nitara really struggles with is she has no projectile game at all. She's got this one garbage projectile called Bloody Bolt. You have to do the blood sacrifice before you can even use it. It does hit mid, but it's range dependent, which means you can whip it if you misread your opponent, and then it's also incredibly slow. In fact, I think this is the slowest projectile in the game, all things considered. Considering you have to set it up with the blood sacrifice, then do it, it's just super, super weak, right? Shujinko gives you a projectile off of most of the cast. With a couple exceptions like Johnny Cage, I think doesn't give you a projectile, obviously. But the vast majority of the characters are going to give Shujinko a projectile that will help Nitara's range game a ton. Now, one of the worst matchups for Nitara is Li Mei. And that's specifically because Li Mei has this dumb thing, this Sky Lantern. And this lantern stops you from doing like a ton of your moves. You can't jump, it's really hard to get over, you can't fly over it, and if you do fly over it, you have to spin the bar, right? So you can go up and then over, but that cost you a bar. And you really didn't get a lot out of it. So it's a very bad matchup. The lantern just kind of shuts down everything Nitara has going for her. And it kind of forces you to play this ground game against Li Mei, which is exactly what she wants. But with Shujinko, if, for instance, I'm full screen and somebody's trying to set up on me with this lantern, I can now combo into her own projectile and get some damage, right? Now, if that was the only thing Shujinko did, I would say this character would not be that great for her. But Shujinko also, in the most recent patch, got really, really buffed in terms of his damage. So, a basic Shujinko combo with Nitara is going to be your standing 2, or your forward 2-2, into Shujinko, into this air combo. And you see, that's 50% for one bar. On top of that, you can recharge Shujinko before the combo ends, just like most characters can, right? So if you do this combo... Oh, I suck. Shujinko, get back out here. Think hard. You call him out on the quick fight amplified, and then by the time you do the second quick fight, he's already full, and you did 50%. So you're doing 50% against Li Mei. And what's crazy is that's not even the most damage you can do against an opponent with Shujinko. So the damage is going to be like slightly less or slightly more depending on the matchup, but the combo really doesn't change all that much. So I'll pick Nitara again, and we'll go to Peacemaker because he's pretty common. He's another really bad matchup because of the zone. But you actually get a lot of good utility against Peacemaker with Shujinko. So this is another matchup that I would consider to be bad for Nitara, just because, well, Peacemaker can zone you out pretty hard, and there's not much you can do about it. And he has Force Field, this dumb thing that'll stop the projectile. Excuse me. So what you can do to get past Force Fieldy is you can do your own anti-gravity. You can anti-gravity him. How nice is that? And it goes through his stupid shield, right? And you can get full combos off of it, right? So here's where you would charge Shujinko. And similar to Li Mei, you're seeing that I'm getting about 36% on this kind of like mid-screen combo. And it is a mid-screen combo. You can do it from about here. It's pretty difficult because you have to do a dash into the quick bite. But you can get it from about mid-screen, which is pretty good. Normally you'd be struggling to cover this distance because this is very punishable. But Shujinko doesn't really... He's not really punishable, you know what I mean? So let's say you call him down about here. you can grab them just like that. It's that simple. Right? So, against one of your worst matchups in the game, you not only get a mid-screen combo that does 36%, and it can recharge your cameo gauge, but you also get a way to deal with his zoning, right? Because he can't force field you against his own attacks, you know? Which is super nice. He can against the pistol, but you really shouldn't be doing this too often. It's not that great. But let's see what kind of damage you can get against him with the same combo. So we're going to do the exact same setup that we did against Lee Mei, where we're going to do the forward 2-2, just like this, and then we're going to call out Shujinko. But you don't want to do this one. You don't want to do the force field explosion thing. You want to do the anti-gravity, because you're going to have enough hit stun for the anti-gravity to hit, and it does significantly more damage. That's going to look like this. Ooh, 50% again. And you can get more. Alright, let's see if we can get a little bit more on that. There we go. 52%. 52! 52% with Shujinko! He's so good. And yeah, this applies to most of the characters. I think I'm going to check out one more character just for demonstration purposes, just so you can see. Who's another really popular character that everyone's tired of fighting against? Yeah, we'll do Kung Lao.
Nitara.
So Nitara versus Kung Lao. Again, all the stuff that Shujinko does is pretty universal. You do have to go in and lab it out with some of these characters. Like, Johnny Cage doesn't have projectiles, so what are you going to do against Johnny Cage? Or Quan Chi has the trap. How does that affect your projectile or your air combos? Same thing with like Havoc. How does Havoc affect your air combos? Actually, I think Havoc would be a really good matchup because you're probably going to get the helping hand, right? So I haven't looked at this one, so this is kind of going off the rails for me, but we're going to try it out anyway. But I imagine you're going to get helping hand. Pardon me. Ugh. Oh. Okay, so it's that one. Yeah, so it's going to be the exact same combo. It's sad that it's not helping hand. That's unfortunate. Well, let's see what kind of damage we can get anyway. Alright, yeah, so like against Havoc, you're getting 49%. That's still really good. And yes, you get his projectiles, so those are also really good. The torso twist isn't great, just because like you can't combo into it, it doesn't do a ton, and you also don't want to send them full screen as Nitara. But I think having the Seeker is really good, because you can get an air combo off of it pretty free. Like you can even get an air combo off it pretty free against anybody with Havoc. And you can probably get that full screen. Yeah, easily a full screen combo. So yeah, I mean, Shujinko is just by far the best cameo for Nitara in my opinion. She gets great projectiles, she gets great combo extensions with him, she gets the extra HP, and I mean, there's really nothing else you need. And if you start out with 0 bar, I don't remember if I actually showed this at the beginning. Yeah, we're going to start refill because it's going to start at 0. So if you start with 0 bar and you need to build up Shujinko, the best time to call him out is right when you do the grab. Right there, the quick fight. And you'll see that he's full before we finish. We get Shujinko back, and then we can continue our full screen game if we need to, and get full screen combos if we need to. And you could still be rushing down the opponent during this entire bit to get even more Shujinko. But yeah, that's just what I want to talk about. I just want to talk about this great combination of Nitara and Shujinko. I know not a lot of people play this character, but I encourage you to pick her up. She's really fun. Having an air dash is great in this game. No one else has an air dash, and well, I think Homelander? No. Homelander's probably going to get an air dash, and then Omni-Man has an air dash. But being able to fly around in this game is super fun. It gives you a lot of utility. And having something to, like, support that backbone, having something to, like, let you do that without worrying too much about the opponent is really nice. Get out of here. Oh god, why didn't that work? Let's try it again. Oh wait, I gotta put him back up to full. I pressed it. Lame. Right. This is gonna be the last combo before I get off here. But yeah, I just want to talk about this. I love this character. Pick her up if you want her. If not, no problem. Like, subscribe, all that jazz. I would like to grow this channel to some kind of something, because I really love this game, and it's gotten a lot better than on launch. When this game first came out, it was pretty terrible, but with all the new cameos, all the buffs, all the recent changes, I think the game's in a pretty nice spot. I even like Movado because of the massive downside of having a minus 100 HP. So yeah, if you feel like it, give me a like. I appreciate it. Definitely check out Nitara and Shujinko if you get a chance. Peace.